PM. PM. Cool. Just waiting for a few people to join in. I can see many in the waiting room. So just admitting batch by batch. So just hang in there. And we shall be kicking off in the next 1 minute. Hey, everyone. Hey, Aryan GM. Hi again, actually. Cool, folks. Just waiting on for a few more people to join in, and then we can start off in the next 15 seconds. Hi, Rob. Cool. I think we can kick off. So, hey everyone, and welcome to Superhack workshop titled Build on Celo. Joining us today is Harpal, who will be taking us through the session. And with that, I'll pass it over to Harpal to get the workshop started. Over to you, Harpal.
Yeah, great. Just sharing my screen. Okay, great. GM everyone, Harpal here from the DevRel team at Celo. This workshop, I'm going to talk about what Celo is, what are the bounties, and go in detail about them. So at Celo, we are building with the purpose to unlock the digital economy for billions of people worldwide. Now, we see that blockchain should be and would be accessible in major parts of the world and to billions of people worldwide. Right now, it's accessible to first world countries, but we want to push and make it accessible for everyone. Celo is a EVM compatible L1 right now, and we are transitioning to an L2 soon. This means that all your Solidity code will work fine. There are no state changes or migration steps required if you are just using smart contracts. So if you have deployed your contracts and apps in the L1, they will seamlessly work in L2. Celo is built for ease of use. Celo is mobile focused. I will go more into that. On Celo, you can pay gas using tokens, using ERC20 tokens. And this is without the ERC 4337 style paymasters and bundlers. On Celo, you can pay gas using USDT and USDC tokens, even though the wallet is an EOA. Celo is carbon negative. What I mean by that is that every time a transaction happens, a small amount of that transaction fee is sent to a carbon negative fund, which funds projects which are working in the carbon negative space. This is an overview of how the Celo ecosystem looks like. You might come across some names that are also sponsored for the hackathon, so feel free to stack bounties. Yeah. I mentioned that Celo is becoming an L2. So the L2 testnet is live. It's called Tango. And now it's available as L2 testnet. All the features that I mentioned are available in the L2 testnet as well. So feel free and go check out in docs. I will talk more about it. I briefly mentioned about free abstraction. What it means is that you can pay tokens using ERC20, stable tokens, USDT, USDC. And if you're wondering how that happens, we basically extended the EVM to use envelope transactions. To find out more about the L2, you can go to talks.celo.org, and on the navbar, you will see Cel2. If you click on that, you will have all the information you need to build on the Tango testnet. We have a Tango testnet explorer as well. It's celo-tango.blockscout.com. To bridge to the Celo Tango testnet, you can use testnets.superbridge.app. And the one thing that I would highlight here is that for the Celo Tango testnet, the L1 is Ethereum Whole Sky. So Ethereum Whole Sky is the testnet that you want to bridge from, not Sepolia. Bounty requirements. So for the Dango L2 testnet bounty, all you have to do is deploy your dApps on Alpha Horus and Dango. There are many ecosystem projects that are not available on the Dango testnet, but what we are looking out for is your developer experience. Um, there is a feedback form in the prices page that I will also open up after the presentation. You just have to fill the form, give us good feedback on how your experience was. Did you come across something that didn't work? Did you come across something where the documentation was not enough, or there was a mismatch in the documentation, something was incorrect? You tried doing something and it didn't work, but it works on the testnet, the L1 testnet, which is Alpha Horus. Let us know anything that you come across, any insights that you have are eligible for prizes. Talking about the second bounty, let's talk about MiniPay. MiniPay is a wallet inside the Opera Mini browser. It is available or accessible via the browser itself. So the user does not have to install any other separate app to access the wallet. Opera Mini browser itself has the wallet embedded inside it. And the wallet is built in such a way that it focuses on stable coins and price stability. So you might have experienced, when you're using Web3 dApps, you see that you always see that the price of gas sometimes changes a lot because the price of ETH changed, um, and many other things, right? Like there is instability in transaction fees. But this wallet is focused to make sure that the gas fees remain stable, and the users don't need to necessarily know what they are using, the underlying technology. They don't need to know if Celo is a blockchain, what are transaction fees. There are different ways of sending a transaction, like increasing the gas fee and everything. None of that is to be like understood by the user. The wallet is built in such a way that it's super user friendly. It's available in Africa, and I will show you a way if you have an Android phone to install it if you're in any part of the world. So I will go into that a bit after the presentation. Why you should build on MiniPay. So Opera has a pretty massive user base. It has over 100 million active users for its browser, and everybody who has the browser soon will have a wallet embedded inside it. Right now, it's active only in Africa. So all the users of Opera in Africa have a wallet called MiniPay. So the access for user is seamless, right? They don't need to install a new app. They don't need to even like back up their seed phrase and everything. The wallet is built in a such a way. So the hurdles to access the wallet is a lot less than other traditional Web3 wallets. The other thing is reduce customer acquisition cost. What I mean by that is that since there are so many users in the browser, they will use the wallet as well. And to let you know of a metric, we are getting 10,000 new users for the wallets, or even more sometimes, even 13 or 14,000 some days in the wallet every day. These are new users, which means these users can convert and come to your apps as well. I will show some of the apps that exist already, but just imagine like there are so many people coming to this browser, and then from the browser coming to the wallet, there is a very high chance these users will also come to your app if your app is built in such a way and if it provides a great user experience. MiniPay today has 3 million users already in total. And yeah, these users are waiting for you to build apps, that you can like games and many other types that I will talk about. I have a small video that I wanted to play. This is a new feature that was introduced in MiniPay recently. What it allows us to swap stable coins, and this is the easiest way to swap stable coins, period. You know, you can see different balances of stable coins, and all the user has to do is just drag and drop, and the swap just takes place. That's it. They don't have to go to a website. They don't have to figure out gas. They don't have to select the currencies. Nothing. Just drag and drop. So this is the best drag and swap experience available inside MiniPay for all the users. Talking about how to build in MiniPay. So this is how the screen of MiniPay looks like. I'm going to show how it looks like in a Android simulator as well. But To give you an overview, there's an explore button, which you can click, and then you can go to the different dApps that are available inside MiniPay. And one of the tabs is Site Tester. So Site Tester is a dApp created for developers where they can open up any website that they want inside a web view. So any tab. So you don't necessarily need to build a mobile app. You have to build a web app, but then open it up as a web view inside the MiniPay app. And this way, the users will get the experience of a mobile app and have a great wallet along with it. We have a MiniPay code library as well. If you go to docs.celo.org, you should be able to find a build on MiniPay. It's the first thing in the website. If you click on it, you'll be able to find the code library. What are some app ideas and use cases? So you want to build a personal finance app. You want to build gift card or coupon style apps. We have many already. We have seen many already in hackathons, but we are still looking for great experiences. Stablecoin yield apps, since the wallet is focused on stable coins, people hold a lot of stable coins in there and they want to earn yield. Billing apps, for example, there are few cases where people are using MiniPay to receive funds for their shops, right? They are merchants and they are receiving funds from their customers, and they need a way to, figure out billing for their apps, like what is the monthly income, the weekly income, the yearly income, all of that. If that is something that you can build or make a beautiful web app that people can just open up in their MiniPay wallet and see, that would be great. Um, Merchants and B2B style apps as well. As I mentioned, people are using these for their shops to get to receive payment for the services and whatnot. Micro work marketplace, in Africa, many people struggle with receiving funds because of bank issues, right? There are there are so many people in Africa who are providing services to different parts of the world, but when it comes to receiving payments, there are so many hurdles for them. So can you build a app which can either give them more visibility or more clients, and then also help them get payments quicker using the MiniPay app? Talking about the third bounty, on-chain funding mechanisms. Um, Grants are one of the primary ways in which ecosystem in Web3 grow and increase adoption, right? That's how we get more projects in an ecosystem. Some projects do it intrinsically because they are interested in the technology, and some projects do request for grants. And these grant programs can range in a lot of sizes, right? There's a micro grants, then there are bigger grants, which are, pre-ideation or ideation style grants. And then there are bigger grants who are even bigger, where the project is already doing pretty well in some other ecosystem and they want to move to another ecosystem. So issuing these grants is, like not a problem, but it's very difficult to keep track. There is not a single dashboard. To give you a sense, right now, many grant programs are running on Notion, Airtable, and a multi-sig wallet, right? We definitely can do better here. There must be a better way to actually issue out grants, keep track of them, and keep the grant recipients accountable. There are some tools on Celo that I highly recommend checking out so that you can build even better tools using the existing ones. Like Allo Protocol, this tool or protocol allows you to create custom strategies on how the grant allocation takes place. You may want to gate the applications to users who were part of a program because they hold a specific NFT. Might want to have different strategies, like they are given out grants every day in small amounts rather than a single big amount, and etc. Right, so you can create custom strategies, and there are pools and strategies, and based on custom strategies, the pool behaves in a way where it issues out grants based on how the strategy was created. So a very cool tool that is available for on-chain funding. It's developed by Gitcoin, so check it out. It's available on Celo and many other chains that are participants or sponsoring the Superhack hackathon. Another one is Hats Protocol. This is more of a role-based protocol where it allows you to assign roles to different wallets. grant programs are usually involve more than one people, and this is where this protocol might be useful, where you can come up with access mechanisms like multi-step approval for a grant. If the grant is approved by, let's say, two people, then the amount is different. If it's approved by more than three people or five people, then the grant amount is different, etc. You can come up with different strategies based on different roles, or just create a tool which helps grant recipients to reach out to the right people for grants. Another one that is available on Celo is HyperSearch. This is a protocol that allows you to reward the positive impact and track these grants. So check out HyperSearch, HATS protocol, and Allo protocol. These are recommended tools. You don't necessarily need to use them. Um, you can also build a completely novel on-chain funding tool from scratch that nobody has ever seen. If you have any such ideas, that would also be great and eligible for the prices as well. So use these tools available on Celo, build novel funding mechanisms. You may even deploy tools available in other ecosystems to Celo, make them Celo native, find ways where you can improve them and deploy them on Celo, and demo your on-chain funding app with a strong focus, right? When you're demoing it, make sure you understand what type of user you are targeting. Is it a funding mechanism for micro grants, bigger grants, targeted to specific ecosystems? There because infrastructure people do grants in a different way than blockchains, right? So different users provide grants in a different way. They give out credits. Some people give out actual tokens, etc. General information that might help you during the hackathon, like faucets. So for faucet, you can go to faucet.celo.org for testnet tokens like Celo, Celo Dollar, and Celo Euro. For the Dango testnet, the faucet is faucet.celo.org/Dango. And if you need USDC on the testnet, you can use faucet.circle.com. If you're building something that requires a lot of testnet tokens, we can fulfill that request as well. Just let us know in Discord and we'll be happy to fulfill your request. Talking about the bounties, best apps built for MiniPay. First place is 4,000 USDC and second place is 2,500 USDC. Best on-chain funding app, 1,000 USDC for first place and 500 USDC for second place. And for Dango, you can deploy on Dango, provide us great feedback, and we will be giving out 500 USDC to four of the top users or participants. And ask for help, right? Definitely ask for help. Uh, Spam or don't spam, but ask for help. I want to really emphasize people don't ask for help during a hackathon. We want to help you, and you should ask questions for everything you need help with. If you can't find something, ask for help, right? If you are not able to set up a project, ask for help, right? These are the four phases that will be helping you out in the ETH Global Discord. Go to ETH Global Discord. You will find Partner Seller channel under Superhack, and you should ask questions. Okay, don't take advantage of us. We want to help you, and we will be answering your questions as quickly as possible. So let me give you an overview of how the MiniPay app looks like. So I mentioned it. I'm going to run a project locally. So this is a web app that I created for the workshop, and I'm using Next.js here. So you might use React, Next.js, anything that runs on your local host. So the problem that you might come across when building dApps for MiniPay is that you have your app live on localhost, but how do you share it with your phone, right? Because it's on localhost, you might not be able to. So what you can do is you can use this tool called ngrok, and all you have to do is use ngrok, type the name of the protocol, which is HTTP, and the port number, which is 3000 in my case. Okay, let's try. Let me come out of the screen and refresh here. So the app will show up here now because this is the app. Now I want to share this with the emulator. So all I have to do now is enter, and this will give me a link that I can use on my phone. So if I click here and open up the MiniPay wallet, so this is how the Opera Mini browser looks like, the icon. If you click on it, this is the browser. And If I go to the menu here, you will see MiniPay here. I I hope you guys are able to see this. If somebody can let me know in the chat that you're able to see the MiniPay wallet, that would be great. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can. Great. So you can see that this is the balance in my wallet. The first thing that you might want to do is go to your profile and go to About and tap on version 10 times. This will help you become a developer and enable testnet on the wallet. So by default, it's not enabled. So if you go to developer settings, you can click on use testnet, and now your apps will run on testnet, because most probably you are building on testnet. So you want to enable that. If you click on the Explore icon, you will be able to get all the dApps that are available. You can see these are the dApps that are already live inside MiniPay. Predict to win, scratch rewards, pay bills with MiniPay, play the Olympics, basically prediction for Olympics, hold to earn, learn to earn, all of these. And if you scroll at the bottom, you'll see site tester. If I open this up, now I can paste a link here. I will paste the link that I got from ngrok. If I hit go, and if I click on visit site, you will see there's moment here. So basically, it's trying to give you logs of the request that the phone is making. So this is the same tab that I created here, which opened up here. You can see the wallet addresses are different because the MiniPay wallet address I have is different. If you click on sign a message, you can see the UI here. If I click on send, you will have to use your pattern or fingerprint, whatever is your mobile lock style. You will have to use that to sign a message, send transactions, etc. If I click on mint MiniPay NFT here, you can see this is how the UI looks for sending transactions. And the transaction should happen. Meanwhile, I will show you that this is a MiniPay template that we have. If you go to Celo.org GitHub on Celo GitHub organization, you will find MiniPay template. Highly recommend using this. This MiniPay template is basically this app that I just launched here. We also have Celo Composer, super simple. Like template, this supports other chains as well. So you can run the commands that are mentioned here. The Celo Composer create command, it will ask you if you want to use hard hat. And if you say yes, then it will set it up for you as well. If you don't want to use hard hat, that's also fine. It uses Rainbow Kit. So you can add other networks like Base, Optimism, whichever you want to also, stack bounties with, and easily set up your project. So you don't have to waste time, setting up the project, doing the boring things where you're adding wallet connectors and figuring out how it works and etc. All of that is available for you right here, right? You will have directory for your smart contracts. You can put all your smart contracts there or create smart contracts there. And you will be able to, just deploy them easily using the commands, and you will also have a front end. So all of that is handled. A VM library is what is used by Celo Composer. And I want to emphasize on this that if you're building for MiniPay, make sure you use VM. I actually recommend using VM for any type of project, right? If you're building for Celo, not building for Celo, I highly recommend using VM library over Ethers.js or Web3.js. If you don't know about those library, if you don't know about VM, that's fine. But I highly recommend if you don't know about any library, then VM is the library that you want to learn. Also talked about MiniPay code library here. So if I go to the docs main page, you will see this is the docs main page. You click on build on MiniPay and code library. You will be able to find code snippets for all the frequently done tasks in normal web project, like requesting people for transactions or checking their balance, etc. So all of that code is here. All you have to do is just copy paste, and you'll be able to get that code velocity. You don't want to waste time. The Superhack hackathon is a very short hackathon, so you don't want to waste times on things that are pretty fundamental or simple. Okay, so the transaction was completed here. I have the same wallet opened up here. You can see 2 minutes ago I minted an NFT. This is the same address that is opened up here in the site tester. Cool. Yeah, that was all for the workshop. I can take up questions now. So I see a question from Duarte. You're asking if why do I recommend the VM over Ethers? So I recommend VM over Ethers specifically for Celo. There is one reason is that the fee abstraction that I mentioned, paying for gas fee using tokens, you can only do that with the VM library. That's one reason if you're building on Celo. And if you're using building for MiniPay, then you definitely have to use it because otherwise your MiniPay app just won't be able to trigger transactions. MiniPay forces people to use fee abstraction because Celo, the native currency, is not supported by MiniPay. It only supports the stable coins. Okay. Taking another question. WAGMI and VM. Yes, I highly recommend Aryan. Good tip there. Use WAGMI as well. So to quickly open that up here, wagmi.sh. This is the library if you're using React. And vm.sh, this is the library that you want to use. This will work even though you are not using a React app. So yeah, this will work. Is MiniPay ready for Dango? So Dango testnet is not supported on MiniPay. Good question. MiniPay only supports the Alpha Horse testnet. How is the approval process for an app to be approved on MiniPay? Set by Opera. So yeah, if you create a great app, Zach, then we will help you get your app approved on MiniPay. The decision is made by both Opera and Celo. So we do have some say in the dApps that get listed on the Discover section of MiniPay. So if the dApp is great, we will assist you in every way possible to get your dApp approved. Yeah, Aryan, that the question here is that if you are building a dApp that also uses smart accounts and embedded wallets and also integrate MiniPay for mobile users, that also qualifies. When swapping between USDC, USDT, and CUSD, is it always 1:1? So behind the scenes, what is happening there is there's a protocol called Mento, which is being used to swap. It's not always 1:1. It depends on, there is always a small difference in the stable coins, 1.01 something. So the prices will be based on how the prices are in the market. So for Mento protocol, depending on how the prices are on the Mento protocol for the stable coins, that will be the ratio.
Cool.
Okay,
Thanks, Harpal. Just waiting on for a few more people to drop their questions on the chat box.
great.
Or in case you want to do, like you can just also unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yep.
Looks like we have one.
Is MiniPay mainly for DeFi apps and we are getting taps? So Zach, I think I showed, but I will just show you again. There are many gaming dApps already. So let's see, this is hold to earn. This is for basically holding assets and you get rewards for them. Play the Olympics. This is a prediction for Olympic events. So there are a variety of tabs here. You can build games. Here you can see play to earn. You can build prediction markets. You can build DeFi dApps. You can pretty much build any dApp that you can build on that you would expect. You know, so no limitations on the theme. You would get connected with World ID and Partner IDs. I haven't tried. I'm not sure about World ID, but I think Farcaster IDs might work if you have signed in with Farcaster. Um, Again, I haven't tried it, but this is basically a web app. So if it works in a web browser, it should work inside MiniPay as well. But I haven't tried. So yeah, check it out and let me know. Actually, even I would like to be do that.
Cool. I think we are right in time. So just waiting for anyone who needs to ask any last questions to Harpal, or else we can wrap
Cool.
up. All right. Looks like there's no questions coming in.
Okay,
But
great.
yeah. Thanks, Harpal, for joining us today and for the great presentation. Big thanks to
Yeah,
everyone for joining the workshop. Feel free to connect with Harpal in the partner Celo channel on Discord if you have any questions, and I think anyone from the Celo team would be more than happy to get back to you. Cheers,
yep,
everyone, and have a great weekend ahead. See you. Bye bye.
yeah. All the best, everyone. Bye.